Hello world, and welcome back to my channel Honza's Collection for another review and unboxing video. This time from Black Manta, who is the main villain in the Aquaman movie from DC, and it is a statue from the series Gallery Diorama from the company Diamond Select. So if you are familiar with Diamond Select statues, then you know that it is pretty cheap. So the quality should not be, for example, as high as it is usually with Hot Toys or another companies. But yeah, let's take a closer look first. And before we will do that, I have to say that what is surprising for me here is the box art itself. Because as you can see, you have this big Aquaman right here. Then you have this big Aquaman logo. And right here down with the lower, very little letters, you can see Black Manta. So this says to me that Diamond Select was not sure if people will know this character enough and if they will buy it. So they have decided to say, okay, people are stupid, let's put Aquaman over there to explain them what Black Manta actually is, who is this guy, and why you should buy him. So maybe this tells you that Black Manta is not as famous character in the DC universe as we all would like, I would say. So maybe that's why they have decided to do the art box as it is. Okay, and here you can see that we have this blister right here. Then here is the statue itself with some extra information about everything he has against Arthur Curry, aka Aquaman. Then another plastic blister. Then on the top you can see once again big Aquaman logo, and then on the bottom pretty much nothing interesting. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the statue itself. And here we have him, but before we will do that, there is one more thing in the box, which is this piece right here. So here you can see some of the statues which Diamond Select is doing, and as you can see there are a bunch of them, but I can assure you that it's definitely not all of them. They have released much more characters, either from DC or from Marvel as well. This is just a small hint which should tell you, okay, you definitely want more of these. And also I have to say that, for example, here in Czech Republic, where I'm recording this video, you are not really able to buy any of these statues. I'm not remembering any of them in our local statue and action figures shops. So maybe that's something for Diamond Select to do in the future, so that they would have better distribution here, because I can assure you that we have a lot of people in Czech Republic who are loving these Diamond Select statues, and they would be definitely keen to be able to buy more of them. And here you can see some resin busts and some bottle openers right here. And I'm not a big fan of these things, to be honest with you. I never really liked beasts. It was, for me, I always felt like something is missing and it doesn't look natural. And I know it's good when it comes to the cost of the beast, and also when it comes to the space that you need for your favorite character. but I'm just not a fan. So don't expect me to review any of these things. So unfortunately for this you have to find a different channel. But now we do have here this Black Manta guy, and I have to say that on first impression he does look really interesting. These sword pieces right here, they are like really teeny tiny. It could break easily, so really be careful with these. Also this piece right here, so don't push it too much. Obviously this statue is a plastic piece, so it's you know, classic PVC material, nothing really special, and as I said, it's pretty cheap. But there is a big plus for this Black Manta guy, which I have to say first, because I'm not sure if you know that, but there are not many Black Mantas on the market. So if you would be keen to have one of these, then, for example, if you are collecting hot toys, then I'm pretty sure that they haven't released any Black Manta action figure, and I think it will be more or less the same with other companies which are producing action figures or statues. So if you do like this character, there is not really enough options to choose from. So I definitely have to appreciate the fact that Diamond Select have decided to give us this guy right here, because, like, first of all, I'm very happy for the existence of it, and second of all, I also have to admit that being a classic PVC statue, he doesn't look as bad as I would be afraid of, because he actually looks pretty good. So first of all, if we will take a close look at the head sculpt, then you can see various types of paint job application right here. So there are different types of black. Then the red eyes, they are just stunning. It's definitely something which will get your attention anytime you will, you know, cross him by in your living room. And there are some interesting details about this piece, and because he has such a huge head, you might not even notice of his body, which to me looks a bit weird, because this like skeleton piece, like, which is also a swimsuit, and I don't know what else is in there. It looks pretty simple right here at the torso, but there are more interesting pieces. But first of all, I want to speak about the hands, because I don't like his hands. I think they are too short. The proportions looks a bit weird to me, and I also don't like this piece right here, because it just looks unnatural. It's just too big, and he doesn't have any muscles pretty much. So this is something that I don't like. But on the other hand, I do like these red pieces right here. It's a nice touch, and also these pieces for the air, like, it's definitely something that you want to look at. But if you will think about it, like, why it is going directly to his belly, that doesn't make much sense to me. Like, obviously, like, you could probably do something like this, but it just sounds unnatural. So it's just a bit weird. But then let's take a close look at the back, because here, this is also something that I absolutely do appreciate. So first of all, you have this huge rotors and the engines inside, which helps him to dive and to swim underwater. You have some rotors right here on the knees, which is also like a nice touch. And what else is interesting? This piece right here, because I presume that he has some air right here, but then it goes to his arm. That's strange, right? And I mean not in a Doctor Strange way. Well, okay. And then also, if you will take a closer look at his butt, like it looks like some sort of leaf or something. I'm not sure. It just looks strange to me. But then we have this base right here, and I really do like this part because it's like screams Atlantida to me. And this is something that I definitely have to appreciate. I absolutely love the battle damage here. It's similar like what Darth Vader has, like the 40th anniversary from Hot Toys. So it looks like that he chopped this away with his sword right here, which is obviously not true, but yeah, I still like how this looks. Then the base right here, pretty simple one. I also like the scars right here and all the damages. But the rest of it is pretty simple. Then on the bottom, there is nothing to talk about, right? So that's how he looks. But I think that you will be interested in one more thing, right? I think this is something that you wanted to see. Because Black Manta would not be complete without this big boy right here, Mr. Aquaman. So yeah, he just needs to stand next to him or against him or whatever, because they are both from Diamond Select. As you can see, it's the same line. They also do have very similar bases. It's almost the same color, almost the same damages on this. So I absolutely appreciate this. What I was hoping for was that they would somehow match together and do like a nice diorama. So I was hoping that I will be able to click the bases together somewhere and get a nice extra bonus, which is unfortunately not the case here. So they are really separate pieces, but as I said, you definitely want to see them. For example, something like this. So this is a nice touch, and we could talk about like how great the colors on Aquaman's suit looks like, and especially if he's standing next to Black Manta. We could also speak about how bad the head sculpt of the Aquaman is and how he doesn't look like Jason Momoa at all. But yeah, that's for another video about Aquaman himself. But I just wanted to show you guys how they should look together, because if you did like Aquaman movie, then this is one of the best things you can buy to have a nice diorama from the movie. And I'm not sure if Diamond Select also released Mera or Valko or any other character from the movie. Honestly, I don't think so, but I'm not sure. I haven't checked this before recording this video. So you should try to take a look by yourself. But even if the case would be that we have only these two guys, I think it's still pretty slick. And yeah, even though that Black Manta has some gaps and mistakes, you have to be always be aware of the fact that they are very cheap statues, and because of that you are getting a lot of value for a very low price. So that's all from my side from today. So if you did like this video, please comment, like, or subscribe, and let's see you once again in the next video.